Hey guys, Demi here from Atlas Vibrations, and I'm here with your full moon in Leo collective update. And hopefully today I get to pull some cards for you guys. I plan to. I know that it's been me talking for like the last 15 minutes of any video that I've done, so I'm trying to hopefully get to that point today so I can actually give you some guidance from spirit through the cards. So exciting times. But you guys have been probably feeling within your heart space that things are changing and things are actually maybe coming to a completion within your heart space. And taking with what we know from Leo energy, I'll go over it in just a second, but I always say that it is the sign with Aries going into Leo. We already know what our passion is. We already know what our soul purpose is. We already feel what it is that we're fighting for, what purpose that we're living for. And Leo being the next fire sign, we are taking that passion, that drive, and that like force within us, that part of us that wants to fight for what it is that we want into Leo, being ruled by oh my god, I completely forgot what Leo was ruled by, and I was like, the sun, just came to me, the sun. And so this is the masculine energy in which gives us life. And so once again, Leo, symbolism of the lion, shows us where we need to stand up and with courage and happiness and pride and our confidence. It rules children. I would say how we live our I won't say our daily lives, but the fun aspects of our daily lives that we get to enjoy, creative endeavors as well. So you probably have known a lot of people who are Leos, are very creative, so really good artists, very good at getting creative ideas going and being very fun and playful in those energies. And it also rules dating. It also rules children. So anything that has to do with children. And so this energy, I always say, is particularly important because, too, once again, as a masculine energy, it is all about action. It's about how we take action. It's how we live life and through our vitality. And it is an energy that is all about the self. And as much as I hate to say it, you may feel or know that usually with Leo energy, we see a lot of childlike tendencies, acting maybe like children, or seeing that there may be, in the shadow aspect, there is some selfishness, some pride, being really caught in ego and pride, and also seeing like extreme selfishness and unhappiness as well could be a part of Leo shadow energy as well. So now that you guys have a gist of what this energy kind of embodies and it details, we're going through a place now where Leo rules the heart space. It rules the part of the heart in the body, and also the hair as well. Hair could rule hair as well. So you may know somebody who has a lot of like a Leo placement, whether it's like Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, their hair may stand out, or they have like a full head of hair, whether it's curly, fluffy. So pretty cool. So think of a Leo and see if they have those traits. But what I love about also Leos that I forgot to mention is how they have such a loyal heart. They're very heart driven. They do everything out of their heart, and they have a lot of I would say feelings. I know that's a lot of more of a water energy when it comes to feelings, but they do everything from the heart because of love, and that's where the heart space sits. And so we're now moving into a space where we're seeing that our heart space, we need to do what truly feels right within our heart space. What right now isn't sitting right in our heart space. And with a full moon, this is talking about so now we have the moon and it's shining down completely on us, and we're seeing the full picture of whatever area in life that we're meant to see. So you may be seeing things that you haven't seen before when it comes to a specific area in your life. And for me, this is happening in my house of friendships. So seeing cycles of completion in that, and cycles of completion of things that are within our heart space. And we're seeing that we're coming back to ourselves. We're coming to a completion of seeing that where we may have compromised maybe in our quote unquote own selfishness, that we maybe have given too much to others. Maybe we were too loyal to others, where we were seeing that our hearts are not taken care of, and coming back to those things of who we were as children. I know that I am for sure. Like, I'm realizing that I was perfect the way that I was, and I shouldn't have had to change who I was. And this is kind of who I am. Not that I will say that I'm not open to growth and change within the fire energies that we expand from, but it's more about us and knowing who we are as people, coming from the heart and coming back to our true selves through the heart space. And we are coming to terms with our own hearts and seeing how it is we truly feel about situations. So you're probably seeing also that there are just some things that you cannot resist with it, or if you're trying to resist what you feel in your heart, it's not going to be easy, and you're just going to have to learn to follow your heart. And that's the biggest thing that's coming up, because there's probably situations where you're like, man, like, I really want to do this and I'm going to hurt somebody else's feelings in the process, and that's not necessarily what you're going for, but it may be like, I have to follow my heart. I have to follow my true north, my true path, and, you know, be a little selfish in that and kind of let everybody else go and do what I need to do. We're also learning too that our heart knows best. That we, like, our heart always will guide us in the right direction. It'll always put us in the right direction. And seeing that if we always move from the heart space versus if we stick in our minds or we come from a hateful place, because usually when we step into our hearts, we always come into a positive place, a loving place. And we're learning now that there were situations maybe that we need to step into that. So we're also coming to culmination and cycles of completion, understanding too that we need to have, where places we need to have more fun in our lives. There's things that are leaving our lives that don't bring us happiness, that don't bring us that enjoyment in life anymore. So letting things go that don't serve us, and even things from childhood. So seeing that there may be, like, for me, I'm realizing, like, if you've known me personally, I've been saying maybe for the past few weeks I wanted to buy a PS5 and I wanted to go out and, like, enjoy video games, and it was something I loved as a kid. But now I'm learning that it really didn't bring me as much enjoyment as I thought that it would, and I'm letting this aspect of my childhood go to kind of be in my adult self and to bring some enjoyment that or something new that I enjoy now. We were very lucky today to have as Hercules, or as he calls himself, Heracles, to come into our read today to give us some pointers. And he is actually known for Greek mythology for actually slaying a lion. And so he told me a little bit about how it took him a lot of courage, a lot of strength to and showed me the strength card as well, of kind of being able to step in and, I don't want to say kill the creature, but kill it, but embodying that energy to kind of show what true lion's energy is, and showing that pride, the king, I don't want to say king of the hill, but you understand what I'm saying when it comes to that. So he said that we need to really embody the passion of who we are. And this is a very good time to come back to the confident person and people that we feel that we are. And he wanted me to elaborate a little bit on kids. And so this is where it's the most important. Kids come in born perfectly into this world, and it is not until they hit the matrix or hit the adults, or I would say the wounded adults, that keep them from feeling like they are confident. And I will say that I was somebody who essentially grew up like this, where my confidence was always hindered from my appearance to my skills and assets of who I was and my strengths. And so kids, if you notice, they're fearless. Most of them are fearless when they come in, and they know that they have everything that they need to be who they are. They don't try to fit people into a box. They don't discriminate against, like, color of skin, gender. They don't do that, and it's all learned. And so this is the true energy of Leo as a child, watching a child play around, have fun, watching a child show love to other children. And also too, to keep in mind, we're also animals. So it goes back to the fact that we are animals. And so you'll notice that with animals that you do have, whether it's dogs, pets, they still treat each other like we would say is shit, but they still learn to cohabitate together and learn to live together and learn how to create those passiveness in those arguments, and still know how to be cordial towards each other. And let's be real, yes, there are some animals and people that you just don't get along, it doesn't work out, right? But at the end of the day, they know how to work through that. And so do children. They know how to, in most, to an extent, know how to actually work through problems on their own, and know how to be confident in who they are and showing who they are. They know that they can dress any way that they want. They go in with, like, anything with confidence, and they pretty much know that Like, they'll tell you the truth too, like, and they'll be honest with you. So you get what I'm saying, how they don't think twice. They don't think that their artwork and drawings look like shit. They're literally like, look, I made this, and here, this is for you. And there is no judgment. And so that's really interesting, and says that, we're coming back to being children energetically. We're healing from childhood wounds and traumas that made us feel unconfident and worthless. And it's a time to see where we are also being too prideful or too selfish in our daily lives. But he also says, don't give up on our dreams. That's something that we shouldn't, because a lot of the times we don't follow through on our dreams because we feel that we're not confident enough to do it. And the most important thing to essentially take from this is, they're saying, and Spirit's coming in, they're saying the heart space is truly where it's at. And I think that it's important for us to realize that we started as kids. We know what it's like to be a child, at least if you're an adult, I would say. And going back to that fun and playful energy, knowing that this is where we came from, and learning how to play and being creative is a part of life. And it's a shame that society, at least here in the United States, they try to take that away from you. Like taking away recess, taking away certain things, taking away all of the creative aspects in life, and having that time to go outside and be around other people and enjoy things energetically. Spirit's advice to us for this full moon, I should say, is the Eight of Wands. This could not be any more fitting. Sagittarius energy. We need to move forward with our goals, but there are, for some people, that you feel that there are others hindering your goals. Just move straight shot forward and let them fall away. It's not for them to, I'm hearing, to determine your success or your fate on where you're supposed to go. And if there's somebody, I see like somebody running like a marathon or a track line about to hit the finish line, if you see that somebody's trying to pull you back, just know that that is somebody who is not confident with themselves. And whether that is Spirit saying, whether that is personal or not personal, it's just due to insecurities and wounds. Just shoot your shot, go straight, and just go for it. Also, too, Spirit I forgot, and Spirit's reminding me to say that you may be seeing cycles of completions as well. So with your children, if you have children, you may be coming to cycles of completion and realizing that, once again, things that made you happy do not make you happy. Healing through childhood wounds, seeing that there's childhood wounds or childhood things that keep coming up that you need to address and deal with, that can no longer come with you where you're going. Also, maybe dating. So for some of you are realizing that, or romance, that there's a cycle of completion coming through romance. So whether that means you are deciding to start dating, realizing that you need to close a chapter in order for you to open up space to date. So all of those kinds of fun things. Spirit is saying the best practical action for us to take right now with this is the Page of Wands reversed. So for some of us, we're very unsure and, once again, unconfident. They're saying about the direction that we need to take, about projects or things that give us passion. And so some of us, or some of you, may feel that your children may, quote unquote, keep you from doing it and not having enough time. Spirit says put them in a place or a project or something where they will enjoy their time as well. Put them into something that they will enjoy, so that way they're not sitting there thinking about that they're missing you. It's when that they think that they're missing you, that they're not having enough time or they're not having enough fun, is when things start to get rough. So I would just plan out your timing that way. But we need to step in more to also the spirituality of life. The Page of Wands can signify that. And so taking a more spiritual approach to, I'm hearing, manifesting, awakening to your spiritual prowess, and understanding that you can manifest this and do those things, that it's in your power to do so, that you're not incapable of doing it. Last but not least, the last piece of advice before I go is the Seven of Wands. Yeah. So whoever is watching this, you guys understand completely that, there are some people who want to piggyback off of your success, and that you have goals, you have dreams that you want to achieve. Do not allow anybody else to keep you from achieving your dreams, because I feel like for some of you, you guys, I'm hearing, maybe for some are on the brink of moving out. You're on the brink of going through and getting rid of things, or you're trying to transition into a new lifestyle. I'm hearing for some maybe getting married or trying to plan your own, I'm hearing, wedding lifestyle, and other people are just trying to piggyback off of your success because you're happy and you're moving on somewhere else, and they're trying to keep you from doing it. So don't allow them to essentially take your power, or give your power away, I should say. Take your power back. All right. Until next time, namaste.